Welcome back to our Let's Play of In Memoriam, or Missing Since January. We left off last time at the start of the AQUA stage, after passing the trial of the initiates from the Phoenix. So, since the last recording, actually just after I finished the last recording, we got one more email, so let's check that out first before we continue on here. Or two more, actually. Just got another one. First one is from Kristen Lark. Kristen is a history major from Indiana, currently on study trip in France, and wants to team up with us to track down the Phoenix. What's interesting is, you'll note, she says that he's got a thing for the esoteric, which in all the videos on here they refer to as esoteric, and it's sort of a running joke. You can actually make a drinking game out of how many times they say esoteric in the videos. I'll help keep track of it for you guys. The other one here is from SKL Network, basically talking about how they have translator and notepad, etc., tools on the website that you can check out. Of course, I'll post the text of these to the thread later. So anyway, back to the game, back to AQUA stage here. You notice all different nodes here represent different puzzles. We're going to start off today with Aphebis, which is probably going to be the only one we get to because it's sort of a long-winded puzzle, but you gotta get through it. One quick note on the messages from the Phoenix. I had the little melody stuck in my head, the little tune that plays as he's typing. I always thought it was really creepy.
Everything started when I stumbled across an old Super 8 film that had amazingly been left intact inside a camera I bought at a local car boot sale. It didn't appear to contain anything out of the ordinary until I came across a sequence that made my blood run cold. The cameraman saw something that he shouldn't have, and obviously suffered the same fate. I got it into my head to find the scene of the crime and track down those responsible for the murder. I decided to start this logbook, without a clue as to where it would lead me.
Name is whatever puzzle you're currently logged into. That's basically saying if you get stuck, you can go back. So basically, as the Phoenix described, the whole point of this is to take part of that Super 8 film we just saw and put it in the correct order. Now, in the movie clip, Jack only showed part of it, but you can watch the whole thing using the analyzer that we downloaded at the end of the last stage. And it's kind of lengthy, and there's no audio, there's no narration. It's just sort of this family vacation video that was shot on Super 8 back in the 70s. Sort of like what you would see from a lot of traveling tourists and families and whatnot of the time. But the important thing is that this film is sort of what kicks off the mystery in the game. Everything sort of comes back to this, and it's used repeatedly in multiple puzzles, starting with this one. And right now I'm just sort of trying to fill time because this thing, like I said, goes on for quite some time. But I think it's important to give it one playthrough here. Looks like it's in some sort of coastal area, maybe Mediterranean. It's hard to tell. I'm sure that'll come up in future puzzles and installments. And it all looks pretty ordinary, pretty routine. Looks like he went up on top of mountaintops to get better angles and vista shots. The real important one is this clip, though. He sees something he shouldn't have. And there he takes the camera and runs, which is probably a smart idea at the time. So anyway, that's the full clip. And what we have to assemble is really sort of the last third of it in order. Where he wants us just to drag it into the timeline and push a little film button to watch it. I'll save you guys a whole lot of time and tedium basically micro-analyzing this clip. I got the correct order written down here. And just gotta drag it all into the timeline in the right order. Though it can be hard to tell because you just got these little screenshots that represent like 5 or 10 second chunks. The easy bits are really the first frame and the last frame, and a lot of these, you know, they're vistas, they're scenery, little islands blend all together. So trying to sort it out just from the screenshots is a really tricky task. And the fact that they put it in such an early stage of the game can dissuade a lot of players early on, I think. So we're almost there. Last one. So we'll play it through. Girl and presumably her mother on a boat. Looking out on the scenery. Got trees and buildings and landscapes. I'm not sure if the flashes to white really mean anything. Maybe somebody who actually has used one of these cameras can say what it, if it's a technical thing or an artistic thing or something that just happens. Almost there. There he is on top of the hill and looking around. And then panning around, he thinks he sees something up on the cliff top. And that's where the shooting occurs. You can kind of see them look over and point at the camera. And that's correct, so Aphebis unlocks. So back on the main menu, it sort of swirls off and disappears into the distance. Ensure that we've completed it successfully. But there's still more. Let's go with the next one down alphabetically. That would be boss in this case. It's a little opening animation here. The shooting that's at the key of this. And this one, to start things off, it has these collection of faces. You kind of switch between the images here by just mousing over the squares. They change over. Then you can change the image again. So the question is, who are these men and why are they important? There's a picture here with 6 people in it, and if I hover over the numbers, it highlights different heads, faces. 4, 5, and 6. And accompanying them, we have 6 names. We have Volker, Bertold, Baburek, Wagner, let's hear Weichmann, and Reinhardt. So the question is, who are these men, and which one is which? Now that's something you can only find online. So we're going to leave this here. We're going to look around, see if we can discover what's going on. We've got no new emails to help us. just yet. There might be some coming in. If there are, I'll post them in the thread. So let's go over theories. Let's discuss them in the thread. Who are these people? Why are they important? Which one is which? And I'll go over the answers next time.